Guys, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bisoye Akinwumi. If this is your first time tuning in, you are welcome. Thank you for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, it's always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So guys, today I'm just going to highlight 3 common mistakes that foreign nationals make when they are in South Africa. Guys, before I start this point, let me put it out there. I am not an immigration consultant. I am not an immigration consultant. I know it might sound like what, but you talk a lot about immigration. Yes, because I just have to keep up to date with the relevant laws and things that change, and I just feel someone out there might need this information, so that is what I'm sharing with you. So guys, the first thing I would like to point out is the fact that if you are on a work visa, and usually they would put a condition that you need to, the current employer in which you've submitted their documents, they've given you an offer, you'll be working for them. That is you've submitted all this document to Home Affairs, and they're giving you a visa to work for that employer, and you find better opportunities. And growth is it's important. Everyone wants to grow, so you go to another firm or another company, and you are using the visa of the previous employer. You need to change that visa to your current employer. So I know I've also been guilty of this mistake, where I took a previous employer's permit, I went into a different employer without me changing it because it was still valid. I needed to have changed it to the employer that I'm in. So please take note. If you are someone who is an expert, you come here on work, and you, for one reason or the other, you want to change employment, and you still have the visa you have, the visa that you're using to work for a previous employer, and that with that you could work, but you need the new employer to give you the documents in which you need to change your details with the Home Affairs, and let them know you have a new employment, and apply for a new visa, and hopefully you'll be granted. So it's a mistake a lot of people make, because your previous visa is still valid, and you just tend to go with the flow that you have a valid visa and you don't need to change it. You need to change your visa, the previous one, to the current employer that you are with. So I hope this helps. Going to my second point, don't assume that your spouse can work with a spousal visa. So you are in SA, you have seen families. The husband is working, he has a critical skills visa, and the spouse is on a dependent visa. She can work. She's frustrated. She's home all day. Looking after the family, but she has this knowledge or skills in which she also wants to share, or she would like to grow in, especially if it's someone who is previously employed, and you come into SA and you can work. Don't think your spousal visa can get you an employment. You could get, in some rare cases, you could, but it's not the norm. A spousal visa is not a visa to work here in SA. So don't make that assumption. And last but not least, my third point, which is, don't assume that because you study in SA, you're going to get a permanent residence. No. Don't assume. If you are an international student and you're studying here in SA, you need to make sure that whatever you're studying for falls under the category of the critical skills that South Africa needs. If it is not, you need to look for other courses or other certificates or other programs, or develop skill sets that will fall under that category. Because by the time you start looking for employment, you start looking for work, and you want to apply for a visa, or you want to apply for permanent residence, these are the skill sets you need to prove that you are bringing value to the economy, you're bringing value to the country, especially if you're studying a subject that does not fall under any of the critical skills category. So make sure that whatever you're studying will lead you to fall under the critical skills list. So make sure that whatever you're studying would fall under that. So, and if it's not, like I mentioned, develop skill set, look for things that you can do, certificates, courses that will develop those skills that you need. So that assumption of you being a student, I think you're studying in school here, you're going to be graduating with a degree or a master's, and what doesn't fall under a critical skills list or critical skills occupation, you are not going to be getting a permanent residence. So do not make that mistake. I hope with these 3 points of view, first of all, making sure that your employer, you have the current employer status on your passport or on your visa. Don't work for someone else previously and you forgot or you didn't make the changes. Secondly, don't assume that your spouse can work. When you come into the Republic, you need to find a way to work around that or go on a different visa, not a spousal visa, if you really desire to work in the country. And last but not the least, as a student, you need to make sure that whatever you're studying falls under the critical skills list. Just to go back to my number 1 point about changing your current visa, I happen to know someone that if from their previous employment they got a new job, they moved into a new employment, and she fell pregnant and she was going on maternity leave. And on going on maternity leave, there's what we call the unemployment insurance fund, in which you've been paying for. This has been deducted from your salary. I mean, they've been taking it out on a monthly basis, and you went to claim because you're going to be during your maternity leave period, and you went to claim for UIF, and unfortunately she didn't get it, simply because the employer she's with now is not the employer that is on our passport. So the Department of Labor will do something they call verification. They will verify your employer and they will verify your visa. If the visa that you are on now and you are going on maternity leave, it's different from the employer you are with, you won't get your unemployment insurance fund. So that's one of the things that I think those who are coming in, you just need to consider if there's something that, or there's a benefit, or there's something you need to get, and that can actually delay or be an obstacle because you didn't have the right, you are not with the right company. The company you've left is still the visa you have. You need to have changed it to your current employer. So guys, I've come to the end of this video. If there's anything else that I'm missing out, if there's any other mistake we overlook as foreign nationals and you think we should be aware of, if you're watching this video, please be sure to put it in the comment section. I'm sure someone who reads it will learn and avoid such mistakes in the future. And also I myself will also love to read from you and learn a thing or two. So guys, with that being said, I've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video to the very end. I'll see you all in my next video. Have a lovely day. Bye.